Have you ever watched those viral business videos from Alex Samosi or Gary Vee and wondered, why do these videos hit so hard? Or why don't my videos look like this? Well, today I'm putting back the curtains. I ran into a moment with one of my interns, Arian, a great guy, talented editor, and he got stuck trying to put together a simple value packed short, and that's when it hit me. Most business owners and editing interns struggle not because they don't have the skills or they don't have the effort, but because nobody has ever given them a clean step-by-step system to follow. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact editing workflow we use inside my company Sassuo to produce those punchy, high retention, value-driven clips. Everything from cutting out the fluff, sharpening the pacing, adding captions, to placing those satisfying zooms that make viewers stay just a bit longer. And yes, this isn't just a tutorial, this is also an SOP for my team. So whether you are editing your own content, training your editors, or preparing for scale, you're about to get the blueprint. Now, if you check in the description, you find the link that will take you to all the resources that we are going to be using today, all the assets, forms, automations, resources, captions. You will find it inside the link down below. Well, grab your laptop, open Premiere Pro, and let's turn your low talking head videos into clips that your audience can't ignore. Hello guys, how are you? So today I'm going to teach you how we do the editing of the social media content, and especially content on my own channel or even other channels we have, but the blueprint is still the same. Now, what I want you to do, guys, is this has to be you can do something that it might not look professional, but it has to look like you thought about it while doing it, right? So it has to look professional. So to achieve this, let's first create reads for December or November. Going to create a project. If you have a template, sometimes you have a template, I recommend you doing that. We can use a social media template, right? Because that's what we want to do. If you have Premiere Pro 2025, there is a social media template where it will do everything for you, the settings, the anything. So if you click social media template, immediately the Premiere Pro will just open a canvas that is 1080 to 1920, and the only thing can go and change is the frames per second, because if I shot a video or on a ratio of 24 frames per second or 30 ps, then you have to know that, right? So here we are going to import our videos. So as you can see, there is a sequence already created for us, 1980 to 1920. Now let's say you create a new, as you can see, we have all those settings here, right? So if you want to edit a sequence, maybe Facebook Reels, they all have the same settings, or even on Instagram, they are all the same, right? So as you can see here, they're all the same. YouTube ads. So these are all methods of editing. So even if we choose Instagram Reels sequence, we can come inside here and you can start adding our own videos, right? As you can see, there is this vertical mode which shows you where you should put your content, overlaps, the editing, everything. If this is too much for you, what you can do is this. Well, you can come, let me show you. You can close the project, because as you can see this, you can press your content with this one, and as you can see, the segment looks great. You need to, this will be cut off, so you have to make sure that your video is inside here. You see all the messages, the likes, retweet, all of this. So you need to make sure that everything you are doing is inside here. So to give you an example, let's come to project. We're going to click Control I, which is control import. Then we can bring in our video. Let's go maybe down here. Okay, let's import this video. Then once we import this video, we can bring it here. But as you can see, the video is in rotation mode, so we have to click on the video, come to properties, effect control, then rotate -90 degrees. And once we do that, you can see that the video is there, right? So this is how we want to edit our video, because as you can see, we are still looking at everything. Now let's go and bring in the audio. The audio of this recording, I think it's here, Audacity. Yes, let's bring it down here too. We can you're going to make sure it's synchronized, because you want the video to match the audio on the video to match the audio we just imported. And this audio we just imported is the one that we record with our audio port track P4, so it's more rich in sound. Okay, now we synchronize. Good, now it's synchronized. Let's see where it begins. It's here. Now for me, I have set some keys that allow me to do some actions pretty quickly. Like if I click X, I will cut the video in half, right? It's called the split it's called the split effect. If I click as you know, traditionally you have to come to razor, which is a laser tool, then you cut like this. Then once you finish, you click the audio and you click delete, right? If we do like this and you click delete, then you will delete the video, but you still want to do the report delete. So to do the report delete, you have to come and do like this. Hopefully the video will come, or like this, which is not viable for us. But for us, if I wanted to do all of these cuts and do a report delete at the same time, I can come here and click X, then click C, and I will delete what I want to delete. And to achieve this, you have to come to edit and keyboard shortcuts. Then once you open keyboard shortcuts, you can set which buttons you want. As for me, it's add, edit, and report delete. That's the only function that I use most. So that's what I have put on X and S. So you can set yours however much you want to do it. Yeah, that's my own thing. It allows me to edit faster. So let's come here and select this video, click delete. Then since we have other layers up here, I don't want to use report delete because to bring everything to the front line, and I don't want that. Great, now let's come again here. Okay, now as you can see, the video looks great, but we still need to make it, as you can see, it's on the end. So let's resize it a little bit, bring it to, all right, let's keep it at 100. So you can do this and start your editing, right? But if you know, you know. So for us who have been editing for a long time, you know when something is wrong. So this was one way to import your video in a vertical format using a template. Now let me close this project and start from scratch. Now if you want to start from scratch, the one thing you need to understand first is you want to come to where your videos are and make sure you know the FPS of the video. So FPS is frames per second. So if I'm shooting a video and the frames per second is 24 and you edit in 30 ps, you are doing a disservice to the video. So here's how you know the FPS of your video. You come to your video, then or the resolution or whatever, you come to this and you click on properties and go to details. As you can see, we have the frame width, which is 920. We have the frame height. So if you want our video to be vertical, we need to rotate it. That's one thing. Then we have frame rate. This is what you need to consider, 23.98. Of course, you have to round up, it's 24. So that means you have to edit in 24. If you see here, you have 30. That means you are using frames per second, which is 30 FPS. If it's 60, 120, that's how they count it. So in our document, we in our editing software, we are going to come and create a new project, call it social media. This is assuming you don't have these templates and you are starting from scratch. You come and create, and you can save your project where you want to save it, create. We like to use the Premiere Pro because it's very versatile. Let's skip this part. Of course, we can call it social media. Great. Now we are here. First of all, we have no sequence. So what you are going to do is import media. Let's import the audio and import the video. Good. Import the video. Now, what are we going to do? The mistakes you guys are doing is that you are taking this video and put it here. That's the mistake you guys are doing. And once you do that, you come here and then you rotate the video. This is the mistake you guys are doing, and it's not good. You are doing it like this. This is the mistake you guys, I think it's Patrick. This is the mistake you guys are doing. You don't take the video and put it here again. No, that's not what you do. You just come here. You can either come to, let me see, you click the right button, then you click new item, you click sequence. Then once you create, you come to here. You can see the socials template here, right? But as you can see, these socials have 30 frames per second. So if you wanted to create like this, okay, you come to socials here. Then if you wanted to change things, you can either come to 30 frames per second, and let me see, you can use the 30 frames per second. You come here and you do 24 frames per second, the time base, right? That's one option. Or you can come here and say, okay, let me do 1080 30 fps. Then you come here, right? In case you don't want to use the social media template, you can come to, of course, we're shooting in HD, so it's 1080p. You come to here, 23 fps, which is 24, of course. Then you round it and you come to, everything looks great. What you have to do here, because this is a horizontal, it's 16 by 9. What we want is 9 to 16. So we are going to change 1080 to 10 9 20. and boom, that's it. This audio we are recording is, yeah, that's great. We can keep it like that. And as this is what we want, then you can name it the sequence Instagram. This is how you create a vertical. Now, if you don't see things that like the way I'm seeing it, maybe you are in editing. That's why sometimes when you open your if you are using the version which is like 2021, maybe you don't have the same vertical version as I do. Maybe you have this. I don't like it. So just come to workspace or Windows here, workspace, then switch to vertical. If you switch to vertical, that's how you will see the videos here. If you're editing a video which is horizontal, then you can switch to editing. But if you're editing a vertical video, I recommend you using this template, this workspace, because it looks great. Now we have a sequence which is Instagram. The sequence is here. The sequence has a sign like this. You can even change the colors if you wanted to, right? But let's leave it at that. Then take the video, bring it here. You have to click keep existing settings, because if we don't and we bring the video like here and we change the sequence settings, it means instead of having the Instagram sequence that we just created, it's going to change the Instagram sequence to take the same settings this video has. So if you do like this, change sequence, you see what is going to happen? It's going to do the same thing we told you. So don't do it, right? Just bring in the video. If it prompts you this, keep existing settings. We want our sequence to keep having the same sequence. Then bring in the audio down. Good. Now let's rotate the video. -90. Yes. Sometimes it's in 90 only instead of negative, but because I rotated my camera into a clockwise motion, so I have to return it to -90. So that's one thing. Now let's synchronize. Good. Now let's come here and do this. Click X. So we're going to cut this part and just click on. I don't need to click delete. I can just click C and it will bring it before here. So that's the good part of having shortcuts. You can also come here and do the same. If you click X and click C, it will delete everything. Good. Now we have a video. Let's see which topic are we talking about now, because now we are going to edit the actual video, right? Let's go fast forward. Now, the first thing I want to do when I'm editing a video is to go through each point and make sure it looks great. So let's start here. But the thing I want to do here is anytime I finish synchronizing the audios, sometimes it's very crowded. So what I do is this: either you dismantle this page, the audio, but it's not great, or you can just click Ctrl-L, right? Ctrl-L, or like this, unlink. So that's what Ctrl-L does. So now you have separated the audios, right? Then you click this one, and then you do this, and you click Ctrl-L again, which is unlink or link. So in this case, it's linking, right? Or Ctrl-L. Ctrl-L. Another thing that I want to highlight is anytime you are editing, you need to come to preference and go to autosave. so that if you make changes or you're editing a huge project, because sometimes we forget to click Control Save. So when you come to auto save, you can set, you can come to auto save and say, I want you to save every 5 minutes, right? Maximum project version, you can even do 50, right? That's the maximum of the saves it can do on a project. If it keeps getting a limit, you can even put it to 100. It doesn't matter. Good. Now we have this. Every 5 minutes, every edit we make, it will be saved. You can even do 2, but I don't recommend it. 5 is the sweet spot. So sometimes if your Premiere Pro crashes, you still have, the backup. Good. Now let's start editing. We have deleted the audio. We have now the video, the original video with the audio from the recorder, which is good. Now let's start editing. Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to fail. Okay, let me come here. I need to come to the first. The thing that I like to do is bring in the audio waves so I can see where the audio starts, because that's where I want to start. Then click X, then click C. Now you can see I've done add edit and report read at the same time using X and C, because that's where I set my buttons, my shortcuts. Great. Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea. Now, once I finish here, as you can see, what I was talking about here is we want, the moment the audio ends, we don't want this silence to be here, right? Let's suppose I cut here, right? Then I continue from here. So if what time? Right? So let's make it like this. So if what time, energy, pride. This is not what I want. I don't want this silence inside here, right? So to make the video engaging, I'm going to come here where the audio wave ends. Then I click delete. Then good. Report the read. And now you can see. So if what time? Do you see the difference? It moves from one part of the video to another part of the video. So if what time, energy, pride into something that you believe and that is thinking the revolutionary, right? And the market doesn't care. Right? Now we come here, then we click the audio ends here. You give it like an extra, frames. Then you click cut. You come here. Launch day come. You delete, right? Doesn't care. Launch day comes. The traction isn't there. It's humiliating, frustrating, and deflecting. This is what we call a hard cut. A hard cut is a cut where you cut things in the middle. Now, if I wanted to do, let me show you maybe what we call a G cut. If you don't want to face spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea, flopping. Now, as you can see, we just started because I did another recording. So sometimes the first version is good or it's bad. So that's why you have to keep listening to see, okay, did he repeat it again? Did he start again? So you can either see if the intro here is good or it's better than this one. Let's see. What I think. If you don't want to face spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea. So if what time, energy. I mean, in my case, this looks great. So let's jump in where we were. So if what time, energy applied into something that you believe is the version, and the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, there's no traction. It isn't there. It's humiliating, frustrating, and even deflating. Okay, let's cut from here. Click C.
Frustrating and correct. Here's the harsh truth.
Okay, we come here, we start from here, the harsh truth. Click C.
Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you. It's about fate.
Okay, that was bad.
Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you. It's about fate, timing, and execution. Your ego will want to rationalize.
You keep listening.
Your mind will do is your ego will want to rationalize. Your ego will want to rationalize, right? Brain and it up down. Your ego will want to rationalize or brain or dump it down.
Okay, now let's come again and see where we start from.
It's not about you.
Okay, this is good. We come and click C and come here again and click cut. You come here and you click report delete. Report delete. And then
it's not about you. It's about fate, timing, and execution. Your ego will want.
Okay, now we come here. Click this and click. You can either do report delete, but for me I have set report delete to C. That's why you see me clicking in things and you might think, okay, which button is he clicking to delete that? So report delete does the same thing, but for me I have set report delete. Instead of doing this, right, report delete, I have set report delete to C. So if I click and click C, then it deletes everything.
It's about fate, timing, and execution. Your ego will want.
Okay. You also, when you are cutting, you have to see where your mouth is, because you don't want to cut when a mouth is in the open. So you need to check all of that, right? The body language, everything, it matters. Then we come to here.
Your ego will want to rationalize, Your ego will want to rationalize, right? Brain and it up and down. Your ego will want to rationalize or brain or dump it down. The best founders don't. They observe, learn.
Okay.
Your ego will want.
Now come here, click cut, report delete. Let's see.
Your ego will want to rationalize or brain or dump it down. The best founders don't.
Okay, don't. We want our video to be fast, so you have to remove all these empty spaces. That's what I realized some of you guys were doing, so we have to remove them.
They observe, learn, and pivot. The faster you do, the faster the touch you apply from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real function.
Okay, now come here.
They observe.
Okay, sorry. You come here again. Let's start from this frame. Click, delete.
They observe, learn, and pivot. The faster you do.
Okay.
Pivot.
All of this is. And boom.
The faster you do, the faster the and pivot. The faster you do, the faster the touch you applied from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real function. Yep.
Okay, now I come here and to here.
The faster you
and delete this.
The faster the touch you applied from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real function. The faster the touch you applied from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real function. The faster you iterate towards real function.
Okay, I think this part is better than this one, so let's remove this one. Let's go to this
This
one.
took many years to learn. The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate towards reattraction. If you want my framework,
okay, now this one is better. Let's do it this one and come to here and use this one.
now this took many years.
Did it? You always have to come back again and see how it flows.
Learn and pivot. Now this took many years to learn. The first
Okay, now this is better, right?
just to learn. The faster you detach your pride.
Now this sequence, this slow movement is good when you want to make a point. So I can just leave it here because as you can see the body language, I'm looking down, so if I cut, it doesn't look normal, right? Even I'm looking down, the mouth, the hands. If I cut from here to here and then move this, let me show you how it looks like. Now we move from a frame where my hand is down and now the hand is up, so it's not good, right? You have to follow all of that and see.
The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate.
Now we can, because even me, due to many years of shooting videos, I know the body language I have to use to make it easier for editors to edit in a natural flow. So
towards reattraction. If you want,
right, you see that I kept my hands, even if there was a long silence inside here, I kept my hands on the desk so that if you cut, then you will cut the video will still look the same even if there was like 2 to 3 seconds silence. So I didn't move my hands in those 3 seconds. That's the professionalism of someone who's shooting the video, because it will be awkward if you move your hands while you are slowing down talking. So that's the good thing about editing my own videos. So
iterate towards reattraction.
Right, you can't even recognize that there was a silence of 3 seconds, right? Let me show you again. See,
iterate.
You see, I kept looking at the camera so that when you edit, it will feel natural. So you have to recognize that as a video editor.
Towards reattraction. If you want my,
now we have ended the video. I can just click here. Now we are going to a call to action, which is called a CTA, which is telling the viewer what to do. The whole purpose of the video, right?
If you want my framework to recover and pivot without losing confidence, just comment pivot and I will send it to you.
Great. Now we have finished the video, right? So what is next now? Well, as you can see, we just finished the hard part. This is good. You can even upload this video, right?
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need faith. The ego therefore a brilliant idea. So you've put time, energy, pride into something that you believe and that think it's revolutionary, right? And the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating, and deflecting. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about fit, timing, and execution. Your ego will want to rationalize or blame or double down. The best founders don't. They observe, learn, and pivot. Now, this took many years to learn. The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate towards reattraction. If you want my framework to recover and pivot without losing confidence, just comment pivot and I will send it to you.
Now, as you can see, this video is 47 seconds. It's fast, it's rigid, it looks great. Then, since my laptop it doesn't have a huge graphic, I can add the color grading up here. But before I do that, let's just add our motions, right? So what are we going to do? Well, this is the first clip. So what are we going to do is we're going to come to this video, the first cut. You're going to do a zoom in. So we're going to click scale, right, and position. Then I'm going to make it 120. Right, run 18, right? Let's do it here. Then I move few frames later, few frames. I come here to after 1 second. Then I click this button, recover, right? Because we didn't change the position, we changed the scale only. So now let's go back.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to...
This is slow, so let's bring it half a second maybe. Okay, now let's do.
Here's what I think. If you don't want...
Okay, now what are we going to do? We are going to make it the first objects is in, then we do this is out. So what is going to happen? You can notice the difference if you are not looking for it. So it will be very hard for anyone who doesn't have the eye to see it.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea. So
now we come to this point, right? So what am I going to do? I can either zoom in to 1.5 or 1.7. Now let's see how it looks. You see what just happened? We just zoomed in like 1.9. So this video is 1080. So you don't want to zoom in like 150. That would be bad because you would lose the quality. But if you was filming in 4K or editing a 4K video, then you can even move in 200, right? So then we can cut here and move to return, right? You can move it, return it to 100. When you click this button is reset parameter, so you just reset it.
I think the reversion, right? And the market doesn't care. Launch.
Okay, now it's better if I do it. If I do it, I let it come here.
Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating and different. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about you.
Now you can even zoom in again. 1.5. You see how I'm doing this? I do it like after 5 seconds or 6 seconds so that the video keeps being engaging, right?
It's not about you, it's about feet. Your ego will want to rationalize or blame or double down. The best founders don't. They observe, learn, and pivot. Now this took him.
Now, as you can see, we can zoom in again here. But the only reason we are zooming in, you don't need to zoom in if you have different angles. If we had like 3 cameras, there's no need for zooming, right? Because we instead of switching into zoom, we can just switch into another shot from another angle from a camera, right? That'll be very easy. But since we only have one angle here, which is a point back camera, you know, a sit down, we don't have one angle. So to make it interesting, we have to do these zooms inside after 5 to 3 seconds.
It took many years to learn. The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real traction. If you want my framework to recover and pivot without losing confidence,
I can cut here and make this 1.5 or 1.3. Let's do 1.6.
Recover and pivot without losing confidence. Just comment pivot and I will send it to you.
Now, this is good, right? So what are we going to do then? Next. Oh, well, let's come here and create a new sequence, right? A new sequence. No, let's just create a layer, adjustment layer, right? It has the same settings as we are doing it editing. Good. Then we are going to bring this sequence, this adjust. You don't color grade the video. Don't do that. You now, this video is only 47 seconds, right? Imagine it was 1 hour with thousands of cuts. Would you go to each individual video and come to Remetry color and edit everything? You can't have time for that, right? So it's better to use more like a layer which we make everything under it look the same. So we come here, we make the adjustment layer look like this. We come to Remetry colors. Remember, we have a preset, right? So inside here, we can come and browse the preset, the one that I sent you guys, and let's find where it is. Let me see this little lot. Now this lot is set on adjustment layer, which means everything under this, you see, if I hide it, it will look the same, right? You see, it will look the same. So that's the good thing of using an adjustment layer.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brand idea flopping. So
now I can see we have worm. I can adjust the geometry color. Let me see. I can bring in resolution. The contrast, I can reduce it. Because most people don't have iPhones, so these settings can only look good on iPhones. When it comes to other phones, they have high contrast. So when you have a high contrast in your video and then you add that contrast to someone also seeing their video in their smartphone which has high contrast, you make it bad. That's why you can edit things in your Premiere Pro and they look bad in someone else's phone. So let me reduce the temperature a little bit, because when you are editing someone with a darker skin, it's very hard to get the results you want. Okay, we can come down to this. I mean, this is far much better than how it looked.
what time, energy, pride into something that you believe in.
Okay, now we have this. So what are we going to do next? We are going to export this audio. I mean, if you wanted, you can export this audio to Adobe Enhance, right? To delete some of the things that are sounding very bad. But for me, for the sake of editing this video, let's skip that, right? Because this audio is already good, but sometimes you want to make it much better. So let's skip this process. And what we are going to do is we are going to add music, right? Okay, first of all, let's add the captions. Let's add the captions. For me, I go to text and I go to transcript, and I'm going to transcribe. Now, sometimes it requires you to have internet, but I've already installed the database into my laptop, so I think it will go faster that way. Now, I have corrected all the mistakes that I found into the scripts. Of course, if you're speaking English and it's not your first language, of course, you're gonna have to make some mistakes. So I have corrected all the mistakes grammatically. Then what we're going to do now, we are going to generate captions. You first transcribe, then create captions. Now let's create captions. And the rule of thumb here is, of course, you need to create subtitles. Then we are going into captions here. I have a template that I already use, but since this case I don't have it, let's just do it like this. We are going to have at least maximum length of words that I want on the screen, 25. Yes. Now we're going to do minimum duration. Minimum duration of seconds, you can keep it to 3. Can even put it to 2. Then you want single line, we don't want double. Then let's create captions. Now if you don't like them, you can always change. Good. Now as you can see, we have 2 words, sometimes 2 words. Now let's see how they look like.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping. So you've put time, energy, pride into something that you believe and that think it's a revolution, right? And the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating, and deflecting. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about fit, timing.
Okay, so what are we going to do now? Well, once you see that everything is good, we are going to come here, select all, you're going to come here, select all captions, come to graphic and titles, upgrade them to you have to upgrade them to graphics. That way you can edit them, right? Now, we do have our captions here. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to come to effects and we want to center them. So what are we going to do then? To do that, select both of them. I do have an effect already that I use. So let's see. In the middle, let's see if we get that right. Okay, that's not good. Let me see if it is there. Now to make it easier for me, I also have a recent project that I did. I can go there and bring in the, in fact, let me design one text. Let me come here to properties, come here. We use a font called, let me see where it is. We use this font called Helvetica, and we don't use italic. We can use bold. We can even put the size to this point. Then to make it look good, we need to reduce this, the tracking. So we keep it on a small tight niche. Then we come back to the shadows, which is the important thing. We are going to play with it, see how it looks, because sometimes I might be wearing a white t-shirt and you might need to put the shadow in the spaces where it looks great. So I want to make sure that, yes, now for me this looks fine. Great. Now what am I going to do is you edit everything and you see if it looks the way you want it. Then once you finish, you click on this button, then you create a preset, right? You create a style. So this time I'm going to call it Instagram text look. Yes. Now if I save this, I'm going to save this into a project. As you can see, we have a style, right? Let's see where it is. It can be here, but if you want to find it, it's going to be in a project because that's why we saved it. Let's see this. Here it is, Instagram new lookout. So even in the future, if you come, you can just find it in the same project. Then we come and select everything and we paste. So that means it's all going to look the same. Now, already this is enough, right? But hey, we want to add a new text which is different, right? We want to add a sort of a title. So to do this, the title of this video is how to get traction. So to do this, let's come here and add a new text. How to get traction. I'm going to select it and I want to make sure it's above. Let me cut it here.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to say spectacular,
let me cut it here. Come to the text. Click. Can make it big as however much you want. I want to keep it in the middle. And I come back here. I want to center it. Put it in center and align vertically. So I can push it down a bit. And I'm going to put in a background. A background, I can make it black. And I can raise the percentages up so that it covers everything. Then I can move it like this and curve it a little to make it look good. Can keep it big. Then for the text, I can make it, I want to reduce this baseline shift. So let me see. Actually, let me keep it to 0. Let me reduce this. Yeah, it's called leading. So I can keep it how to get traction in business. Now this is big. Let me reduce the. Now to make it pop, it's all about branding now, because for me, my brand is more of a green, but I especially like to use yellow, orange, and you can even in this case put your, let's see if on a white background how it looks like. No, this is not good. Let's keep it like this. And for the let's bring it to a yellow. Now we can reduce this if you wanted to. Okay. Now okay, now this is good. So what are we going to do then? The video start. We can select all of this and go to effect control and reduce the size like this. How to get traction. Then I already have these effects which are called Kerry Holland presets. It's a preset from Kerry, so it's about transitions. Go to slides, then I can make this move from left to right. For example, there is this 2+. If there is a 3+, the Gaussian blur is 3 times faster. It's 3 times slower. So let me show you. If we put left slide to this,
here's what I think. If you don't want to face,
you see it's very fast. Now if I come to slide left right, slide left right, and with 3+.
here's what I think. If you don't want,
You can see the Gaussian blur is good. Now let's delete this.
here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping. So you've put time, energy, pride into something that you believe and just think it's revolutionary, right? And the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating, and deflecting. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about fit, timing, and execution.
Now, if we wanted to go away faster to make it look professional, let's say just comment pivot, right? I can come here and click down, and I can make this text bigger. Let me go back to properties. I can make it bigger. And if I wanted, I can come to effect control and go to branding mode and make it different. If I make it different, you see how it looks like? It blends in into the background. Okay, I can even do like this and select it and of course go back and make it orange. I don't know. You just have to be professional when you are doing this, and you come back again and return it to normal. Just comment pivot. Let me bring this back here. And to do it better, you can reduce the leading so that the word comment just comes down a bit, and maybe put this down a bit again to make it align, to keep it aligned. Now this is how you edit. Now this is the simplest way.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping.
Now if you wanted to make flopping interesting, right, you can come and say, okay, let me come again and put of course, if you want to edit as many videos as you can, you don't need this, but it's important to highlight big words if you're editing. So you can come here and say, okay, let me just use excursion. Excursion also works in the same way difference works. And you can come to background and put maybe a brew. Yeah, that's it. Or of course this brings in when it's a darker background, so I can bring it down like here so everyone can look at it. But as you can see, it doesn't look great because it's a black background. So you can either reduce it or just keep it normal. Just keep it normal. Then go to the background. Make sure the background is always bigger than the words. So like this. And in this case, because you have a background, let's remove a shadow. Yeah, or even you can put a shadow and reduce the capacity. Flopping. But since we are using the yellow ones, so it's better to keep using the background, which is yellow, orange. But this doesn't look great. Just put a bluish.
So if what?
Okay, now that doesn't look great. Let me put a blue on it. Yes. Now, as you can see, even the background color is not full, so you can make it full, or you can make it crop like this. This is how you keep editing captions in different ways. Sometimes you might need to do this type of editing where people align words in a vertical way. So that means you have to cut this each word by each and make sure it's aligned. So let me show you how you can do it. So you've poured time, energy. So we are going to see. So time starts from here, ends from here, then it's energy. So let's bring energy here, then bring of course these are the same, so we're going to come to time and energy and delete energy. Then this is time, I mean it's energy, then delete energy, then go to effect control and maybe put this down. So you can come here and make time bigger in terms of font size. You can even put it you can even put time in capital letter, the T. Time. Okay, that's wrong. Let's click on this. When you click on energy, can you put it like this? Energy. And also raise the font size. You have to make sure that it looks pleasing. Then we are going to pride. Of course, you don't need to do this. You can do this when you are doing a special video. If you're editing 50 videos, you can't waste time doing this. It doesn't change anything.
Time, energy, pride.
Right? Then we put pride down here. And let's make it increase the font size. Let's bring it down a bit and energy down a bit. Actually, let's cut pride, time, energy. Okay.
Time, energy, pride into
okay. Let's cut from here. And let's bring down this and cut from here. So I want this sentence to end on pride. Good. And pride, we are going to write it in capital letter. So we are going to put time. We are going to position here on the x-axis. We are going to put time here. Time. We are going to take energy and bring it here. Now in this case, let's bring in our creativity. We are going to take time and put it's 100. Let's put energy font to 120. Then put pride to 140. So it looks like it's going bigger. Good. Now they are overlapping, so let's come and put energy down a bit on the left side, and then bring pride to down again, and like this. Let's bring time up again. Then we take pride and make it, use the effect control and use soft light. Okay, no, this is not good. Let's use subtract, difference, right? Okay, now you see if we move here.
So you put time, energy, pride into something that you can really.
Okay, now we have to come here and delete pride, because we are starting from here. We need to bring this to normal, so it was more like, so let's see what is the size here. The size here is 61, so we need to keep into something to 61. So you can see how this can take your time. And honestly, of course, if it's a marketing video, then you can do it, but it doesn't necessarily change anything on your videos. So the words are above the microphone, so this one has to be above the microphone again here. Good. Now you can see we have time.
Energy.
You can put energy in yellow. And can put pride into, I don't know, let's see if there is any color which is contrast enough. Okay, I don't like that. You need to find colors with high beam. So white is the only which has the beam we want. So you can even animate them if you wanted to. We want them to move from right to left. So in this case, we are going to move from right. Let's use the first one. Slide from right to left. Slide to left. Okay, now we can see. In this time, let's keep them moving right. Yes, they move right, they keep going right. So as you can see, this is a cool effect.
What time, energy, pride into something that you
So anytime you have a keyword like revolutionary, you can either come and say, okay, you know what, let me select this, remove the comma, and select this word and make it bigger so that it can look important because it's a keyword, right? That's the type of editing we expect from our editors, to be creative but also to have some ideas of which editing are we talking about, right? It's revolutionary. You see, this title is in capital. Even the right here, you can. So instead of doing this, because this takes time, of course, if you have time, you can do it. If it's a huge project, you can do it. And if you have time on your hands, you can do it. But as you can see, we just spent almost 15 minutes designing these captions. If we wanted, we could have left them how they look like this. So since we want to maximize quantity and over quality, of course the quality is in the video here, the quality is in the value you provide here. But in terms of editing, let's not worry about the quality right now. You can worry about that later. If you have time, you can do this. Of course, it looks great, it brings up your creativity. But if you keep it like this, there is no problem, right? Now, what is left? You also have to make sure that the last word, just comment pivot. Okay, that looks.
If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea. So if
now I still need those words from here. So let me go back into text and I'm going to regenerate okay, I can come here and still create captions. Then, of course, I'm not going to use all of them. I'm going to delete most of it to the point here. Then I'm going to let me first go to graphics, and I want to make sure that I edit them. Now let me select this and come to here and upload the captions. Of course, they're going to go up, and since I want to add them here, I'm going to use the same project and bring down here the look. I'm going to use the Instagram look. Now in this case, I don't like how they look. I want I'm going to bring them up. So we are going to effect and search for the effect that I have, which brings them in the middle. Then bring it down a little bit. Okay, now this is not good. Down. So I can come to effects and control and click on the first one, bring it here, and bring this up also to, you can see the same settings to make sure that it's all right. Click copy, then apply it when you get there. Click paste. Also come here, click and paste.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacular.
Now I don't want like the, I forgot to make it not double. I forgot to make it single. So let me click like this. and come here again and click it like this.
Spectacularly. Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need.
If you don't want to fade, fade. You forgot word. Of course, the word is this one. Copy and come here and I recommend that you don't add the music here, because sometimes you can add the music into the editing part and you realize that the music, if you export, the video already has music. So if you export, the only thing you can add here is effects, the whoosh, those sound effects, you can add them here. But when it comes to music, either you have to make sure that you have an account on Epidemic Sound where you can get musics that YouTube will not flag. But since now we don't have it, all you have to do, just export the video. Then we can add the music while we are uploading on Instagram. There, we can upload the music there. Or if you have a music that YouTube will not flag, then you can add it here so that if we export this video, we can upload. Instagram doesn't flag musics on TikTok, but for YouTube, they flag them and you can get them monetized. So since we don't want that strike, either make sure that you have a music which is allowed, and if you don't think you have it, then leave it as it is. So in this case, I do have some few musics that we can use. And again, let me go and search for it. So when we're editing this type of videos, I do like those kind of pop, hip hop, funky type of audios. They are the ones which, invoke a sense of spirit of, motivation. Yeah, so you need to choose the best ones. Here I'm just showing you. And also make sure the volume is down to at least negative 20 decibels.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacular.
Now this is it's very low. Let's bring it to 10. As you can see, if you bring it to 10, to become negative 20. So
you need faith, the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping. So you've put time, energy, pride into something that you believe and just know is
okay, let's delete this. I wanted it to start from where the volume is up. So let's now let's raise the volume again to negative to 5. Now, as you can see, when you're playing our audio, you have to make sure that the audio is not above 6. So I like the audio to be in this sweet spot, because if someone is playing audios on their feed, they're scrolling on their feed, the volume is usually high. So we want our volume to be the same. We don't want so when they reach our video, they have to raise the volume up to listen. We want our volume to be up. So in this case, we want to add one effect. So let's do this. We can make it one sequence. once you finish editing, of course, you can make it nest. Then you can come here and go to effects, audio effects. You are going to find what we call the let me see, parametric. Let's see, which one is it? Yeah, we're going to find a multi-brand compressor. And what are we going to do then? So essentially what we're going to do is we want to revive the rich tone of the sound. So
the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating, and different. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about fit, timing, and execution. Your ego.
So as you can listen to the sound, there is those S sounds, and we can reduce them if you wanted to. So let's go to this side of the compressor. So there are many different presets already. So if you click broadcast,
we want to rationalize or blame or double down. The best founders don't. They observe, learn, and pivot. Now, this took me many years to learn. The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real traction. If you want my framework.
So even if you use broadcast, as you can see, the broadcast raises the gains, the thresh to 11 decibels and to negative, because the default one is here. So it makes some good differentiations here. So you can still raise them up. It brings them down. And it brings the rich tone into the voice. That's what I like.
To recover and pivot without losing confidence, just comment pivot and I will send it to you.
Okay, for me, this is good. This is good. You can also see.
If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping. So we have the red dots, and I don't want the video to hit that. Into something that you believe and that so this is good. Right? And the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction isn't there, it's humiliating, frustrating, and different. Here's the harsh truth. It's not about you, it's about fit, timing, and execution. Your ego will want to rationalize or blame or double down. The best founders don't. They observe, learn, and pivot. Now, this took me many years to learn. The faster you detach your pride from outcome, the faster you iterate towards real traction. If you want my framework to recover and pivot without losing confidence, just comment pivot and I will send it to you. So for me, this video is already done. And if I want to see which video this is script. This video, even for you video, the editors, you don't need to edit it because this video is topic 41. So topic 41, you can just leave it, don't edit it because this one is good. So I just showed you how you can edit videos from start to finish, even starting from scratch, how to insert videos, how to use the vertical version of Premiere Pro, and how to edit captions, add music. You can also add effects, sound effects. I do like to use the whoosh sound when I start, but I can't find it right now. I don't have my external driver, which has most of the project assets that I use. So let's just watch the video. You need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea flopping. So you've put time, energy, pride into something that you believe in. Now, as you can hear it, we have some distortion in the sound here. So Adobe Enhance has also added the enable enhanced speech, so we can clean the audio even inside Premiere Pro without even exporting the audio outside. So to do this, you have to connect your
your laptop or your interface to the internet sometimes to make it work faster. So sometimes it's very hard to do it all inside your GPU, because if you try to do it on your PC, sometimes it can take longer. So it's better if Premiere Pro connects to its servers to access all those settings. It doesn't work very well as the paid version on Enhance website, but it still works like 80% of the time. So as you can see now, it's processing because it's connected to the internet. And we come back when it's finished. Now the audio is done. What are we going to do? Let's listen to it and see how it sounds.
It is something that you believe, and that it's a reversion, right? And the market doesn't care. Launch day comes, the traction is
now, as you can listen to it, I mean, it does a great job of removing the noise, but it's not great yet as the paid version on the actual website when you export the audio and upload it there. So for me, I just keep it at 3.
and I'll send it to you.
So let's listen to it again.
Here's what I think. If you don't want to fail spectacularly, you need to face the ego death of a brilliant idea.
For me, this is good. As you can see, there is no visuals replacing, but that's because my laptop is going very slow because of many things that are opened. So another thing you have to do when you are editing, we want a cover to use when we are editing. So you can either come here on the first graph and take a screenshot. Now once you take a screenshot, it will take a screenshot of the screen of where you are. Then we can use this. You have to always have it, either have it with subtitles or not, but you need to have a screenshot of the video so that we can use it when we are uploading on Instagram and other platforms. So if we go back to screenshots here, so let's take a screenshot again and let's save it here. Can select this folder and save it there. Then once we go to here, we can find it here. So this is the screenshot. So we can use a lot when you upload your videos, maybe for a social media manager to upload those videos, you can upload it with its own thumbnail, to say so, because these are vertical thumbnails. So we have to make sure that you always have a thumbnail. We don't want the software we are uploading the video to the platform to choose a thumbnail for us. As you can see now, this doesn't look great, so we can go back and make sure we are here. Okay, in this case, let me hide the caption so that it looks like this. Then take a screenshot again. Now this time this looks great. As you can see, this looks great. We can use it when we are uploading the video. So you finish editing the video, then you also attach the image for it. You name it. If you exported the video as maybe real 21, or I mean 41, because this is 41, real 41, then you can, of course this is an image, you can also export the video as read 41, and then once they upload it, you can upload all of them all together. So this is a complete crash course on how to edit these types of videos for social media. Now, when it comes to exporting, usually because I've already set the sequence, I don't like to do much. I mean, 91 MBs is enough for me. Of course, you have to rename it lead 41 point. And when it comes to video, of course, it's going to be H264. Now here in videos, I mean, you're uploading on social media, so you don't have to do much or click render maximum depth. This is going to make your laptop very tiring, and I don't want to do that. I mean, the bitrate, the mbps, I can keep it to 15 or 13 if I wanted to. There's no big deal. I just use what they give me here. The only thing I have to make sure is the audio. I have to make sure that the audio matches the imported audio. So we recorded in 48,000 hertz. So that's what I'm also going to export in. So that's one thing. I'll also have to make sure it's stereo, not mono, stereo. And in terms of colors, I want to make sure that when I export my video, it keeps the same colors that we used in our color grading process. So here, as you can see, it keeps the content still the same. And for me, there is nothing much I do because of using the beta app. Now, if you wanted, you can upload them directly to your Instagram or whatever you wanna, or if you are using FTP, but we don't use that. So just simply export. Yeah, even before export, you can visualize how it looks like to make sure it's okay. Then that will be it. Now we just finished exporting our video. Now let me show you what another way to edit much faster if you want to edit these types of videos and you want to do things much faster. So first of all, we need to calibrate what we call subsequences. So how do we do this? Let's duplicate this Instagram sequence and open it. Let's close the first one. I'm going to delete everything here. Let me bring in the video. Okay, this video is small. Let me bring in a bigger one. Let me import a longer one. I want to show you how you can import, you can edit as many videos as possible first. Let me see, how long is this one? Okay, let me see this one. This has 2 GBs. Okay, perfect. Now then bring in this video. This video is 16 minutes, which means it has at least like 4 to 5 leads. Then let's bring in the audio. I mean, the good thing about me is that I record everything in one go. So as you can see, the audio is 2 hours. So rates, synchronize everything. Now I'm going to show you how you can separate video 1, video 2, video 3, and then come back and edit them once you have figured which is video 1, which is video 2, which is video 3, which is video 5, by just looking at them and making what we call a subsequence. Which means if someone tells you, like how we did right here, we just made one sequence, and if I told you to go into that video and edit something, and you have only used the one sequence and deleted everything and you went to the next video, it will now be a roller coaster, right? You won't have the option to edit. And we don't want to create as many projects. We want to create one project, then inside that project have as many sequences as possible for as many videos as we are doing now. So let's come here, do cut X, then come here again and do X. Good. So let's start here. Let's rotate the video to negative 90 degrees.
Topic 53.
So as you can see, every time when I'm recording, I say which topic of the video I'm going to talk about, so that the editors can know where we are, on which video they are going to edit. So this is topic 51. So I can go here.
The trick is to take tangible actions while feed the video. Your confidence is shaking.
Okay, that was it. That was topic 53. So if we come here, we go to topic
54.
Okay, that's it. That's the good thing. Now, how do you separate it sequences? So we are going to select this, then cut, right? Then this is topic 53. All of these are maybe topic 54 and 55 and 56. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this and create what we call a subsequence. Then if I create a subsequence, it's going to name it, of course, subsequence 1. If I do this, it will call it subsequence 2. But in this case, I want to call it lead 53, right? Then delete this. Of course, come back. We are going to read 54. We are going to listen and listen and listen and listen.
54.
Topic 54. Then you come here, see the volume is down, so maybe that's why I ended.
Reverend, and I'll send it.
Okay, that's where it ended.
Topic 55.
Okay, you see, this is where topic 55 starts from. So I go here and I click, and I then go and create a subsequence. So a subsequence means you are creating a sequence from another sequence. Then I call this read 54. We are not editing yet. We are just classifying which edits we are making. We are still in the main Instagram copy one, which is this one. This was a copy of this. So this can stay the same, right? It will only be used for the classifying which topics we are on.
Topic 56.
Okay, topic 56. Then we come here. This was topic 55. So let's make a subsequence for it. Where is it? This is it. I'm going to call it read 55. Great. Now, you see what we are doing, right? We just declassified which reason. So any moment you get a project and it's for social media and it's bunch of it's what we call batch content, which means the creator of those videos sat down and recorded at least 100 videos in one go. Your first job is not to edit the first video. Your first job is to declassify all of those videos into sequences, many sequences like this. So we have sequence 54, sequence 53. Of course, these are topics. So now every edit you make, if you make a mistake or this, now we are going to let's go to this sequence, which is this one, sequence 54. Now we can do our separate edits in this lead. So if you make a mistake in a caption, or maybe I tell you to change the music, right? You can come here and change the music because you still have the sequence of that particular topic. But if you come here and you do all of the editings in Instagram right here, right? We just finished editing that video of lead 41. So many editors make this mistake because they don't know how to use subsequences. They come and, okay, I have finished editing the video, then they start over by creating a new sequence. That will hinder your progress, right? They create a new sequence, they bring in they will import the video and the audio again and make synchronization. That will take more time. Or if they are not aware of it, they will come and delete everything and bring in a new import. And one day later, if I tell you to change something, you don't have the sequence anymore, right? So it will require you to start again. So that's why we recommend, right, using subsequences. Of course, this is going to be reel 41, right? So this is reel 41. So make sure that you are using subsequences as I told you here. So we can even come again to Instagram, copy, see where topic 56 ends.
You beat yourself up, hide your emotions, mistakes. Step framework to recover. Here's the 3-step framework to recover and scale responsibly.
Okay, we come here. I see. You see the dip.
Just remember that mistakes don't define your actions.
Let's go here.
Topic 57.
Okay, see, this is where topic 57 starts from. So we are going to do like this, cut, then this is topic 56. Make a subsequence and call it read 56 and delete it. If you delete a video inside, there's no problem, right? Now we have read 56. We have read 51, 41, 53, 52. If you have finished exporting the lead, you can change the color here. Let me see where they change the colors. Let me see the rebels. So for the videos that I have finished, you can make them look red. If it's videos that are that have been maybe exported, of course you can give them another color. So that's it. That's how you make multiple sequences for each topic, right? You see how easy it is, right? Now, because this video will end on topic 57, then the video which is going to be next, 1131, is going to be also topic 58, topic 59, topic 60. So that's how you make subsequences and be able to edit each individual sequence or topic or lead or video inside its own sequence, so that in the future, if you want to come and make any changes, you can be able to make changes as you want. So that was it for the crash course for today. And if you want any other ideas on how to edit, which problems you are facing, maybe next we can see how you can edit a long form video for YouTube, how we bring in assets, how we do all of that. Of course, but this was the most comparing one. So if you want to know much better about how to edit videos, then you can let me know. But for now, I just taught you how to edit Instagram reels the best way possible. Of course, there is no infographics, there is no overlays or other third-party videos to use, loyalty-free videos to use inside. Of course, that is not important in this case. We're just making educational videos, so we want to provide value. So that's how we do it. Great. If you follow this step by step, you have now everything you need to create clean, professional, high retention short form videos without guessing, without overthinking, and without spending hours stuck on captions or transitions. This is the same workflow I give my own team, and honestly I wish someone handed me this system when I started. It would have saved me months of trial and error and probably a few gray hairs. Now if you want me to create more editing SOPs, content systems, or automation framework you can hand it directly to your own team, let me know in the comments. And if you found this valuable, hit subscribe because I'm dropping more behind the scenes processes to help you scale your business, your content, and your team. Until the next video, keep building, keep improving, and keep creating content that actually moves people and provide value.